I let my girlfriend's family mock me in Japanese during dinner and surprised them with just one sentence. I'd been dating Yuki for about 6 months. When she finally invited me to Sunday dinner with her family, I was nervous. This girl meant a lot to me, and I knew her family's opinion really mattered. Just a heads up, she said, gripping the steering wheel. They're protective, and they usually speak Japanese at home, so if they seem distant, don't take it personally. I nodded, trying to play it cool, but she didn't know that Japanese was actually my first language. I'm half Japanese on my mom's side, but I got every Irish gene from my dad. Pale skin, light eyes, brown hair. Most people just assume I'm white, and honestly, I've let them. The moment we walked into the Tanaka house, it felt warm and welcoming. The smell of homemade food filled the air. Multiple relatives were chatting. Yuki's mom greeted me with a bow and a formal smile. Nice to meet you, she said carefully in English. The pleasure's mine, Mrs. Tanaka, I said politely, but then I caught it. As I turned toward her dad, I heard Keiko, Yuki's aunt, whisper something in Japanese. Kono gaijin wa nagaku tsuzukanai yone. This foreigner won't last long. All right then, game on. For the next hour, I smiled and stayed quiet while they served me passive-aggressive remarks. They used English when talking to me, but switched to Japanese when talking about me, clearly thinking I couldn't understand. Look at this foreigner, her grandmother said while passing the rice. He looks so pale and weak. He can't even hold chopsticks properly, her uncle muttered. No manners. He's not even trying to learn our customs, Keiko said while pouring tea. So rude. He's probably making fun of our culture, another aunt added. Every comment felt like a jab, but I just kept smiling and stayed silent. Yuki kept trying to include me in the conversation, switching between English and Japanese, but I could tell she was frustrated. Everyone else kept talking around me like I wasn't even there. Then her father leaned toward Yuki's brother and said, Kore ga daigaku ni iku to musume ga tsurete kuru gaijin da. This is what happens when daughters go to university. They bring home foreigners who'll never understand us. Yuki wa hontou ni baka da ne, her brother replied. Yuki is really being stupid. That one hit hard. I could handle the insults toward me, but calling Yuki dumb for loving me? That crossed a line. Just then, Yuki's 8-year-old niece ran in, crying with a scraped knee. Oji-san itai, she sobbed. I fell and there's blood. I stood up, gently picked her up, and softly said in fluent Japanese, Daijubu, misete, taihen janai yo, kirei ni shiyu. It's okay, let me see. It's not serious. Let's clean it up. The entire room froze. Chopsticks stopped midair. Everyone stared at me in total silence. I carried her to the kitchen, still speaking gently in Japanese, helping her calm down. When I came back, every eye was locked on me. Her father stared. Itsu kara nihongo hanaseru no. Since when do you speak Japanese? I looked at him calmly. Umareta toki kara. Since I was born. Keiko turned pale. You understood everything? I nodded, then switched to perfect Japanese. I heard all of it. That I look weak. That I can't use chopsticks. That I'm mocking your culture. But the thing that hurt the most was hearing you call Yuki stupid for choosing me. The room was dead silent. My name is Jacob Yamoto. My mom is Michiko Yamoto from Kyoto. I was raised speaking both languages. And yes, I know real Japanese culture. Yuki's grandmother stood, her eyes full of tears. Tommy, I'm so sorry. I kept my voice calm. I stayed quiet out of respect. Even when you all talked about me like I wasn't in the room. Even when you questioned whether I could love Yuki the right way. Yuki's little niece tugged my sleeve again. Uncle Tommy, can you tell them the story about Oba-chan's garden? I smiled at her, then looked around the room and at Yuki, who was staring at me like she was seeing me for the first time. Maybe another time, I said softly. Then I kissed Yuki on the forehead. I'm going home. You all have some things to talk about. 2 days later, her dad called. Jacob-kun, he said. We owe you an apology. Please come back this weekend. Keiko wants to make Oba-chan's katsu, but only if you promise to keep speaking Japanese, he added. I want to hear that story about your Oba-chan and the door-to-door salesman. That weekend, Yuki's niece introduced me to everyone as Tommy Oji-san, the uncle who speaks 2 languages and tells the best stories. Her grandma cried again when she realized my Japanese was more formal than hers.